Hello and welcome back to Shelf Center. This is Bryce. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for liking and subscribing. If this is something you end up enjoying, you never know, it could happen. Anyway, this is my book haul. I can't help myself. It's one of my favorite videos to do. I love talking about the new books that I got, the just, fawning over them, all kinds of things. There's a reason I got them most of the time. A good reason, I should say, most of the time. I did get some ARCs, some review copies this time, and so I wanted to make sure and feature those before it gets too far ahead. So this is kind of a middle of the way kind of haul, probably more on the smaller end. But anyway, here we go. Let's jump into it. First things first, the Kindle. Let's jump into Kindle. This is a review copy that I received. This is Earth, it's a big title, Earth Game of the Year Edition by Robert Carnival. Am I pronouncing that right? I apologize if I'm not. Carnival. It looks really cool. I mean, the whole premise behind it looks really cool. So if you haven't heard of this to this point, definitely go check that out. I believe it's independently published, but I think it sounds kind of cool. Then I got another review copy. This is The Hallows by H.L. Tinsley. H.L. Tinsley, I heard tons of things by trusted people, booktubers that I trust, that said her Wee Men of Ash and Shadows is just excellent, which it's on my list. I'm going to read something by Tinsley this year. That's my goal. And so maybe it's The Hallows. I've heard good things, like it's like tons of actions and like floating nuns or something like that. Anyway, it sounds cool. So, and it's like 1920s, like mobsters too. So anyway, lots of cool things involved in that. I mean, how can I resist? Again, especially when this author has been recommended to me. And then it looks like they're all independently published for my Kindle books here. Philip Chase had a deal I couldn't resist. They were like 99 cents a pop. So I grabbed The Prophet of Edan and The Return to Edan. That's the books 2 and 3 in the Edan trilogy. I believe that's how it is, more or less. So now I have all 3 on Kindle. I am waiting for them to come out. I looked, I didn't see, I don't think they're out on Audible yet, but I definitely will be spending some credits there. Very happy to and can't wait. I've heard like literally from like moderately glowing to full-blown, this is one of the best trilogies of all time. So that's what I'm very excited for. Like, there's not been a bad review that I've seen. It's like, it's just, anyway, it's supposed to be an excellent series and I cannot wait. Then on audiobook, you should be proud of me, okay? I've held back. There was a sale and I looked through it even and I didn't buy anything. It's a miracle. I did use a credit though on The Wisdom of Crowds by Joe Abercrombie, and I already have read it and finished it, so, and it was excellent. Oh man, anyway, if I had to put, I think the second book, Trouble with Peace, might be my favorite in the trilogy, but they're all like, it's like deciding all again between S tier, which I keep doing. I'm like, it matters so little, I guess, which one is really the best. They're all insanely good because, well, it's Joe Abercrombie, and I think I just like him in his trilogy form. In his standalones, I also like very much. Although his YA trilogy I didn't love. I love the first book, books 2 and 3. I think, I don't know, there were characters I just did not love. His adult grade fantasy in trilogies are my favorite because The First Law, I think, is still my favorite, but man, Age of Madness is so good. So anyway, I need to do a tier list, I guess. Now that I've read pretty much everything, I need to read sharp ends and some loose ends here, but I think there's some other maybe short stories out there or something, but I need to tier list some Abercrombie already. All right, time to get physical. We did have some purchases I couldn't resist. First of all, Brandon Sanderson, Mistborn: A Secret History. I can't resist these little tiny little versions of the books. They're so cute. First of all, I think they're geniuses for publishing them this way. I can't help myself. I already have Arcanum Unbounded, so I already have this. I already have Edge Dancer as well, and I read that in my Arcanum Unbounded book, but I can't resist. I bought the Edge Dancer version of this. They're just so cute, these little hardcovers. I can't help myself. And cute is like the best word I can use to just describe it. And anyway, I love the cover, but they work. This has been a friend on X, even before X and back to Twitter, but I finally purchased his book. That's going to be Legends of the Brave Bard, Song of the Sacred Dove, Book 1, C.T. Janes. Very much looking forward to this. We've interacted quite a bit on X. Definitely hasn't even pushed his book on me, but this is what happens is like, befriend me, let's joke around, let's enjoy, not just make this about the business. And then I'm happy to go look into your book and I will go purchase it. You can see I have problems, but I'm happy I love going about things that way because I want to be supportive, especially the indie community, but also it's just, once this becomes a business, like I get slightly paid for some things, and it's definitely not it's definitely not minimum wage, even the amount of work that goes into this and the pay that I get. So it's not even close to that. But we do it because we love it, because it's fun, because this is something that I love interacting with other friends that do the same thing, that either do the same thing or don't, just comment and just enjoy each other's company, talking about the things we love. It's when this starts to become like, here, take my book and thrown at you, I lose interest very fast, because I'm like, this isn't a business for me. I know it is for people, but it's not for me. It's would I love to do this full time? Yeah, I mean, come on. But it's not going to happen, at least anytime soon. Got to be realistic about these things, speaking of Joe Abercrombie. Anyway, so that's why I'm like, this is an example. I'm happy. I will go out of my way to go get your book. Speaking of independently published books, I actually have a couple more here I'm very excited for. This is one I just had a great discussion with her on her booktube channel, and then she offered to send me her book, and I already purchased it, by the way. Again, this is one I already purchased it on Kindle, and then so I got this nice signed version of the Bloodstones. Man, this is like, it's insane how great this book is. And this is one where we are blurring the lines between just the quality of publishing with these types of books right here. Not only is the cover just amazing, you got to see this map. I mean, nice, lovely note from Tori, thank you. But look at this map. I mean, that is just gorgeous. Look at that thing. And just outdoing themselves with independently published books. I'm loving it. Not that you have to. Again, not that you have to. It's what's in there that matters. But really, I love this new world we live in, that we have so much at our fingertips. And then the last independently published book that I got, it's Becoming a Druid by Mike Molman. This is, again, I've been following Mike. He does great work in the community. And again, this is one where I'm happy to pick up the books, but actually he sent me the book, and of course I'm always going to prefer if it's signed, so that's great too. So anyway, thanks to Mike, and again, this is what gets me, right? Let's be friends, let's talk the things we love. I know it's the slow way, it's much slower, but it makes me want to go out and get your book. You can tell I've had some PTSD, I guess, over the years. I want to be supportive, but there are certain people that they do it in an abrasive way, and I appreciate people that don't, I guess. All right, then this is one I've been trying to build up my collection because it needs all of these books, but Robert Jackson Bennett, favorite author of mine, City of Blades. I've already read the first in this trilogy. This is the second, and then I need City of Miracles as well, and then I'll probably pick up the first eventually as well. But I need to get this trilogy in paper form on my shelf. It's just, I love Robert Jackson Bennett. His creativity is amazing. His writing is superb, and just one of my favorite authors. So that was a no-brainer. And then finally, this is one, just a random last kind of pickup. This shows where I think the real problem is. Someone randomly on X recommended this, and then I don't even know if I've even taken recommendations from them before, but all I needed was a slight recommendation, and now I have The Last Ronin. It's a graphic novel, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's the director's cut. I grew up loving Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, X-Men, Spider-Man, count me in, all Marvel things. I wasn't a DC guy for some reason. I don't hate them either. I love Batman, and Superman's fine. It's not my favorite. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like, my bedroom was coated in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I had like around the upper wall, like wallpaper, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I had bedspread, sheets. I was in all the way. So I'm excited to read this because I've heard it's good, first of all, from that one random person. And it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so I'm hoping that I get some of that nostalgia back. I love me some nostalgia. Who doesn't? That's what we're all addicted to these days, aren't we? That's my haul. Thanks so much for stopping by. I always love a good haul. It's always fun. And I cannot thank you enough for all your support, all your love for the channel. We'll just keep this going, you know. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you later. Bye.